Hello and welcome. Right, we are going on a proper mission today. We are stood outside the Sapphire Hotel. We are heading towards the city walk. Now there are lots and lots of things to look at and see, but ideally what I want to try and do within this video is actually link all the hotels together and figure out exactly where this city walk goes. Because it's nice and simple from the front door of the hotel. You can literally just pick up the signs and go. Now what I do want to mention and point out is just how close the shuttle buses are. So the shuttle buses from this hotel, I just walk straight out and then you can just wrap it round and come straight through, and then you've got the shuttle bus just here to my right hand side, and then from there you can actually then get to Volcano Bay and it will take you round to all of the other places that you need to go to, and it obviously will drop you back off again. But there's a nice simple map, so you've got all of it up there, so you can see where we're located just here. Now it does look like you can just come out and come straight through and then you kick in at the far end, but we want to try and figure out where all these dotted bits are. That's what we're going to be after. So we want to come up and come through and see if we can do a loop and see what it's like, because I want to get to the Cabana Bay from here. We've done all of this at the top, that's nice and simple, and all of that we've done in a straight line as well. They're all available in separate videos, but this big loop here I'm yet to achieve, so I want to give that a go and just see what it's like. So I don't know how long this video is going to be, I do not know how long it's going to take, and I do not know what way I'm going, but it should be simple enough. And obviously in the description what I will do is I will link in all the hotels that this big loop takes us round, because where you could see on that city walk, obviously you've got the city walks in the middle, then you have got another clump of hotels a little bit further afield, but it should be nice and simple. He says the weather's lovely anyway, so we'll go for a little bit of a hike and see what we can find. So that is one of the boats that you can get. The boat has its own hotel that it goes to, and it doesn't take very long at all. It's nice and simple, especially at this time during the day. There's not that many people coming and going, so it's nice and simple. Now we have, in one of the other videos, gone up a little bit and we have actually linked some of the hotels together already, and then we figured out that we could go a different way. So this is going to be a big loop, I think. Perfect timing because the actual theme parks have just picked up and got quite busy, so it'll be very interesting to see what I walk back down into. But there are multiple uploads and playlists available from just America, let alone Florida. We've got some from Dollywood as well. We've got obviously Universal, we've got some from Disney. Depending on how these are coming off on the memory cards will depend on obviously what's already been uploaded. But you have, I think I've worked out that I think this is video number 50 that I've done, so you've got a lot of them. So we've managed to do quite a good chunk over the week. We've gone over all the parks, we've gone over all the rides. Really surprised this morning with regards to what way you walk around the park would make a huge difference regarding just time saved. Now this is the next bus stop, so this is actually viewers are coming from Cabana Bay, it looped round and it dropped me off here, and then I actually just ended up walking down, but then it eventually did go on and moved on. But the reason why I'm sort of looking over to the right quite a bit is that there's a couple of police about, but it looks like they're escorting the American Football Academy team out. So I think I was speaking to one of the coaches from here yesterday. You can see all of these buses, and these are all off to play a game that I do believe kicks off at 2:30. And it's amazing to think that the lads that are on there are probably only 17, 18, and they've got a police escort from this hotel, and they've all got their own private coaches. So we'll see how many of these coaches there are, and then we'll carry on going round. That's 3. So I saw all of these parked up before, and I wonder what they was all to do with, but obviously every single one's full. It's number 4. So obviously the American football teams are very, very, very large, but they're off now for a game. So that's the, what I can gather, that is actually the away team, and they're coming to play the local university here. It's a massive thing on a Friday that the games are actually televised as well, which is incredible. So I think that's along the lines. They've got college on a Friday and then they've got the main on the Saturday. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I know it's something along those lines. I thought they did it 3 nights in a row to do Monday night football as well. So just to my right is obviously a different hotel. That is the hotel that those buses have just come round from. But that is where the shuttle bus, like I said, would have dropped you off as well. So it's quite cool that we can walk around, but also pick up the shuttle bus stops. So if you weren't a fan of walking, you don't like water, then obviously you can just jump on the buses. But I have been on one of the buses once, but I was so wet I couldn't actually touch the camera. Now we are here for this one. So we are at the Lowe's Royal, and you can hear the sirens in the background because they're clearing out all the lights for all the coaches and everything to come through. So we are there currently. It is a big place, this one. But if you've stayed at this place, then obviously please do let me know in the comments below. But if you are coming from this hotel, then you just come straight through this bit. So all of the walkways are linked to the back of the hotels, and obviously that's how it all links up. And then you can get some nice photos from the front. Your boat is just down there to the left, and for that hotel where the football team just came out of, then obviously that's where that is as well. So the bus stops are very close together, and they've got all the theming with all the planes and everything. So it's pretty cool. But it is a real nice walkway, and then you've got your own room key if you want to cut through the pool area for that hotel. That takes you to the lagoon pool. But again, that's not my hotel. The pool of mine's on the back end, like a big horseshoe shape round. So it's all simple enough. It's nice and well lit at night. There is a lot to see and a lot to do, and obviously there's quite a lot of people walking around, but we will get around it best we can. There's a huge amount of boats coming and going. It's obviously they must have doubled up just to get everybody into the park. So it's going to be a real nice day today. Now we're picking up the signs from the park from here, and then it splits. So what you can do is you can either go right to go around the front of the hotel, then you pick up the city walk from there, or you can go left. So you've got these things just here. So you've got Islands of Adventure, City Walk, and Universal Studios Florida. And then you can, I've done it where I went over the bridge and went so far that way. That is the Cabana Bay side, which is what I want to do. Now if I get to Cabana Bay and it's a complete dead end and you have to walk back through the city walk to get to this point, then obviously I won't film that bit, and then we'll start back from here and we'll go up to our right, well my right, your left, because I have actually walked back to my hotel this way, and it's a completely different walk again. It's a lot longer, but you can go this way, but it does confuse a few people because it says there's no access to the pools after 9 PM. It says, so obviously you can read what that says, but it says after 9 o'clock you have to go that way to use the front. You can't use the back to go through. But that's not for my hotel, that's for the other one, which I said has the pool on the outside. So from here, if you just walk in a straight line now, that's just going to take you directly to the park. But we want to go up this way and see what's what. Now this is where it's now going to split. So I'm going to go all the way around and wrap around. So we want the Cabana Bay is what we're after. That's what we're going to be hunting down. Now, when I looked for it the other day, it was actually at the front of the hotel, not the back. So I am hoping you can pick it up from here. If not, what we'll have to do is have to do a full loop of this, and then come back to here to go back to the front of that hotel, because it's just like a big spider's web of paths. But that is your next hotel. And that is another Lowe's. Again, it's a very big and beautiful hotel. But we will pick up the sign for this now. So this is the Royal Pacific Resort. And then if we keep going up, so we want Cabana Bay. So even going this way, look, you can pick up the Sapphire Falls, which is where I am. So for the Lowe's hotel, you come up and you go right, and you've got a hotel, this hotel closer, and then you've got the one just a little bit after. What I will do is I'll quickly film the name of the front of that hotel so we're 100% sure that is what that is, and then we'll just jump back to this bit. So that is that, and that's how we come down. So that's what we've already done in one of the videos, and we picked up and just walked down and walked to the actual theme park. So that's already been done in a different video. If you are interested in the Hard Rock Cafe and the hotel that's just beside it, they are available within the playlist. Whereas actually I walked from security and then just walked all the way down past both hotels, and we had a little look inside both of them. They are both amazing, and you have to let us know in the comments below which one you prefer to stay in. See the Doctor Doom drop towers in the background working their magic, but we're going to catch back up with the footpath and then loop it around and see where we are going to go. So I wonder if it splits again in a little bit and we either go left or go right. So you've got all of those, the Hard Rock's completely on the other side, so there's no way we can get to that using this path, I would imagine, without actually walking through the main city walk, because it's saying go left and then you have to go through city walk. So the Portofino Bay and the Hard Rock, that's in its separate video, because that was the bit that we saw completely on the other side of the map. So you actually have to walk through city walk, and there's another one of these, but it's just not as large as this, even though the other one is much wider and it has a butterfly garden in. This does have more path, only because the Cabana Bay resort is actually on the other side of the road. So I am intrigued. I'm intrigued to find out how now, with where we're going, we're obviously, my hotel is over there, how I can get back to the hotel that I'm staying at, which is now all the way down there, but also get to the Cabana Bay hotel, because it's such a nice hotel. I would happily stay there again, or at the Sapphires, but I think the Cabana Bay is slightly cheaper to stay at. I would in a heartbeat stay back in that one. But the views today with the sunshine that's actually coming out, it's the first time that the weather's actually done just how beautiful this is justice. And if you've seen any of the Dubai videos that I put up at the start of the year, Dubai has almost copied this sort of thing, because it even looks the same as the boats go down, and where they've dotted the hotels. Some of the hotels almost look the same as well. So it's yeah, very interesting how they've managed to do all the bits and pieces. But we've got the road to the right, and then we've got the Hulk on our right still. Now we have got on the sign now, it's showing 4 hotels. So we'll just keep wandering down and see where we're going. The Sapphire Falls, where I'm staying, that is still on there, so that's okay. So it does mean that you will be able to do a full loop. If you just wanted to go for a run, go for a walk, you can do a full loop, which is nice. And again, a lot of benches just to sit and chill out. I would imagine it'd be quite nice in the evening, depending on how long the Hulk is running for. Otherwise you're going to have everybody, well, screaming in the background from the Doctor Doom and everything like that. Now it looks like there's hardly anybody on that ride, whereas about an hour and a bit ago the queue was enormous for it. But I think it's very lucky dip, depending on when you get into the park. So we were over there to the left hand side, we've just gone all the way around the outside. Now this bit is kind of covered this by mistake already, so I'm familiar with this so far, so it is quite nice just to soak all of this in. And then we're going to have to sort of get our eyeballs out and just start reading what is where. Like I said, I really don't know how far it zigzags you back, and if it does split you up, like I said, we'll go to the Cabana Bay first, and then we'll figure out how we can get back to that hotel. Now the other important reason why I want to get back to the Cabana Bay, not just because I've stayed there and I've got a sort of like an attachment to that hotel as such, is because Volcano Bay is directly beside it. Now I found Volcano Bay going out the front of my hotel, and it wrapped us around a completely different way. So I have already found that going one way, but I've not even looked coming this way. So if you can get into the Cabana Bay car park, you are literally by the front entrance of the Volcano Bay, and you have your own private access as well with a Cabana Bay hotel key. Obviously if you wanted to, you could have just taken that shuttle that we saw right at the very start, and we could have gone just there. Now we can either go left or straight on. 3 for straight on, 1 for the left. So Pafika Way is to the left. So this is your ballrooms and meeting space. Let me push this button and we shall wait. So that is the front of the hotel. That is the front of the hotel that we came around and I showed the map of. So that's just how large that hotel is. Now, I think what's going to happen is one of the paths that I came down before is going to meet up with this one, hopefully. But I didn't go to the resort, I went to the water park, so then we're going to have to find the other bit, because here we go. So we have picked up the sign now for Volcano Bay, but it says hotel room key required, because this way will take you a non-general public way, because obviously all of this is kind of meant for like the hotels that then link you to all the parks. So what you do is you go through your security and then you go in that way. I haven't got any of my swim stuff with me, and it was a bit of a bust yesterday. It was the park actually closed because of a lightning storm, and then all the tornado warnings and everything came in, and I didn't get on 1 or 2 things, so it doesn't really matter. But I could have easily just gone back in, but we are not doing that today. We are going to carry on doing this, and then what else is planned on today's schedule? I've got to go in and try and actually get into both Harry Potter sections and just check out every single individual shop, because I've managed to do the loops of the Harry Potter sections, but it is like the busiest thing in the world. Everybody's all dressed up in all of the Harry Potter gear, and it's very busy to go in each bit. But now I have got basically, well, hours and hours. So once I've done this and gone to the Cabana Bay, it's what, 1:05 in the afternoon. Perfect. I'm gonna go in, gonna do the Harry Potter section on the one side, and it'll probably be in 2 parts, which is 2 lands, and there's a lot to look at as well. And then go over to the Universal Studio side, film that, do that as a separate part. And then we have got a good bit of fun with regards to seeing then how many rides can I get on in like a 2-hour time frame. So there's another sort of like challenge video, which is one that I did like this morning, and it happened to turn into that. It wasn't actually planned. Right, I need to pay attention. So Cabana Bay straight on, Volcano Bay is left, and that is where I need to come back down to go to my hotel. So that means then we're going to go up a little bit further, see how far we've got to go, and we'll come back down this way and walk that way, and that will be the full loop back to my hotel. So we'll carry on going this way, because this is where we need to go. Now it's quite interesting that it's taking me this way when it says you need your hotel key required for Volcano Bay, because there is your own private access to the security section from the hotel. And what I'll do is I'll film that path and walkway from the front door of the Volcano Bay, sorry, the Cabana Bay to Volcano Bay. But that is another very, very big hotel, just rooms everywhere. So now I can see the Cabana Bay in the distance. It starts from here, so it looks like it's going to be an interesting view from here, because the road that's all underneath is all the roads that link to all the hotels. And again, you can get your shuttle bus from here. The only difference is the shuttle bus from here will take you directly to the front of the park, Whereas if you get the water boats from here, it literally takes you to the gates, where it takes you, this will take you to the front of City Walk. Right, so that's interesting because we're right at the far end of the Cabana Bay, and the entrance to it is all the way up there. So we are here. So it looks like you just walk down those stairs, so you can obviously get in and out of that bit just there, and then you've got some signposts a little bit further down and see what that says, and then you can walk all the way down to the front entrance, which is obviously what I'm not going to do now in this video, but is what I am going to do now to actually do a different video, and then I'll catch back up with myself from here, and then we'll walk back down City Walk and just see where it carries on taking us. But this is an amazing hotel, and it is massive, but it goes all the way down, and where you've got those really tall buildings at the end, that's where I stayed, and you had the view of the water park. So I'll stop you here, and then okay, and just like that we are walking back up. Just walk around that hotel. Oh, it's brought back some serious memories. I love that place. The reception area is absolutely stunning. Loads of Christmas trees everywhere. It's the most Christmassy hotel so far that I've seen. Even all the staff are wearing Santa's hats and everything, so I've got to go back there at some point. But back to the City Walk. If you want to find out more about that, hunt it down in the playlist. It'll be available in the Universal Orlando playlist, and it'll be in the hotels and accommodations playlist. So I put it in more than one playlist to try and make it as easy as possible to find. But we are back now on the City Walk, so we know that we're going to be going down, and then we've got to turn right and then see how far that loops us round, and then it looks like we can do a massive horseshoe. Now, I was saying in that video that I've just filmed that this would be the furthest walk for the City Walk. I do believe it's much further than the ones that are on the other side, because obviously where the entrance is of that hotel, when you check out the video, it's quite far back. The hotel is absolutely enormous. I think the last room on the bottom corner is 1,147. So it's a rather large thing. And if you think all of this is extra on top of what we've already walked on, and you would have to link back up to basically the footpath that I was on anyway. But it would be very interesting if this bit takes us up and back to our hotel, because, well, I say our hotel, well, it is our hotel as such, because we're all staying there. You're staying there on the memory card, and I'm sleeping in a big double bed on my lonesome. But we are going to go right now. But if you're coming from this hotel, it's telling you to go City Walk in a straight line, which is the path that we've already done on the opposite way. So that is a big trek, because we know that if you go in a straight line, then you go over the bridge, and then you meet at where those hotels connect. So you've got to bear that in mind if you are staying at that hotel, just how far the walk is. But at the same time, it's just an absolute stunning place to walk around, especially with the weather as it is. If you get caught in a bit of a storm and it's raining and you want to try and get early access to the park, that's the biggest issue. Because again, carrying on from what I just said in a previous video, that is the best hotel to stay at for the easiest access to the water park. But then it's a little bit more difficult to get to the Orlando parks, because the bus that you get, or the shuttle bus, does not stop you off outside the front gates, which we've seen in multiple videos now. It actually stops you off at the front end of City Walk, and then you've got to wrap it around and come through. But I am actually tempted to film that bit and just see what it's like coming in from that, just so you guys can see it, because I've done it so many times. It might be quite nice just to jump on that bus one more time, just to bring back some memories. So we'll complete this loop, and then I might actually walk back over there and just see exactly what's what. But we are walking away now. We've got right beside the roads to the right, all the resorts and everything, they're all still to the left. So I was very confused in one of the other videos of how you got to there, but now looking at that bridge, it kind of makes sense. You just walk over, because they don't allow you to cross over any traffic. So it's done very cleverly. Now this bit I do believe I will recognise in a minute, because we have picked up the signs for Volcano Bay. So there is another way that you can get to Volcano Bay, and then we are aiming for the Sapphire Falls, and we will just keep going down this. I'm assuming it's actually going to take us to the front of my hotel, and that's where it's going to finish. So we started at the back and then come all the way through as a big loop, and we're going to finish at the front, I think, because this is where it will split. We can go left back to the hotel and the Sapphire Falls Hotel, and then you've got the other hotel, this big thing directly in front of us. Or if you carried on walking in a straight line, which is the one that I've already done in a slightly different video, which was actually going to Volcano Bay, it took you up this way and you just walk that way in a straight line instead. So it's yeah, there's lots to see and lots to do all around this area, but see which way we need to go. I'm not too sure we go left or right. This is where, so yeah, if I do it in reverse, we go backwards here. Now this is the front of my hotel. There we go. So Sapphire Falls Resort, Orlando Universal. That does not sound healthy at all. So that is a rough standing recovery truck. So there's two completely different hotels side by side. You got that one there, and then you've got mine here, and then that for the walkway with regards to the hotel loop. And if you wanted to, and you wanted to check out the actual Volcano Bay video, that will start and we walk down the side of this hotel, and then you carry on going, and then you pick it up a little bit further up, and that is still part of City Walk as well, but that will actually end up at Volcano Bay, which again, with this amazing weather, would have been perfect for me to go and do. I'm looking at the time now, going, it's 2 o'clock, so I go there just for an hour. I'm tempted. And then get back to the park for 4. That gives me 3 hours. I will have a debate with myself in a second, because this weather is absolutely stunning. But hopefully you found that useful, guys. Let us know in the comments below what you think. Let us know if you knew this existed. I'm sure they've added in more, because I don't think you could actually have walked to some of the hotels previous to this. I'm pretty sure you couldn't do it in 2019, but it looks like they have added in more bits and pieces. I don't know if they've added in more hotels or what, but let us know your thoughts and everything, and if you found it useful in the comments below. But if you can like and subscribe and all that good stuff, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But as always, thank you very much for watching. You guys take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ta-da.